Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tonight, I want to give us all an assignment, homework. Maybe some of us started it, maybe some of us have completed it, but if you have not, I strongly advise you and myself to start doing it. You see, when Ramadan comes, we go through a lot of changes in our life. Personal changes. Changes in the way we utilize our time, the way we speak, the way we interact, the way we have a relationship with people. It's completely changed. And I think one of the missing link in many of us relationships is how we sell this product. You see, a Muslim, a da'i, you are a salesman. You and I, we are salesmen. We are selling this Islam to people for them to buy it. For them to buy a product from us, you have to represent this product well. And so when the Ramadan comes, it is very important for us to represent this product. Not keeping it secretly to ourselves, because if there is a product that is good, you want to share it with others. And I think one of the things we miss in sharing with and with whom are people who are not Muslims, our neighbors, people who live across from my apartment. I open my door and I can see that person, and I don't tell them, or they don't see Ramadan in me. And so one of the things that the Prophet ﷺ, in his wisdom, he always do, he always come up with ideas and precise statements that can win the hearts of people. I don't know if you guys remember in the Seerah, when the Prophet was migrating to Medina, this Jewish man, a Jewish rabbi, his name is Abdullah bin Salam. He heard the Prophet was coming. And Jews were already, Yahudi was already in Medina. Right? They were in different tribes of, in Khazraj and all of these tribes, they were Jews. And he wanted to listen to him. And the Prophet coined a statement that captured, in a nutshell, his message to them. And the Prophet says, Ayyuhan nas, O people. Remember, this is the first public speech the Prophet was about to give. He was like a Times Square, and he was giving his first public speech in Medina. What would you tell people who are Muslims, people who are Christians, people who were Jews, people who, some of them were not worshiping any God except the idols, some of them in Medina too? What could a man say to them that impresses them? And he said, Ayyuhan nas, O people, afshu salam, spread peace. Not complicated. Afshu salam, وَإِطْعَمُ الطَّعَامِ, and feed those who are hungry. وَصِلْ الْأَرْحَامِ, and upkeep the rahim, upkeep your relationship, right? Upkeep your relationship between your kith and kin. And the Prophet ﷺ delivering this, and he says, وَصِلُوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسِ وَالنِّيَامِ, and take part of the night and make prayers, تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ بِالسَّلَامِ, and you will enter into paradise. This is unbelievably uncomplicated, no controversy, to all people. How do people see us as Muslims in Ramadan? Do we tell them? Because in Ramadan, imagine in Ramadan, we are the best version of ourselves. Right? We are the best Abdullah. We are the best Khalid. We are the best Muhammad ever. In Ramadan, we need to sell ourselves to our neighbors. But many of us, we don't do this. How many of our neighbors know that we are fasting? How many of them know what Ramadan is? So put up something in your neighborhood, in your garden, maybe on your door, your apartment, so somebody eyes catch it and they see this version of Muhammad and they see this version of Khalid, that this fasting means completely change this person. There is a complete metamorphosis in this person, a complete change. How they see you the rest of the year, they see you differently. Why? Because of Ramadan. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس. Not هدى للمتقين. In this ayah, he didn't say هدى للمسلمين. هدى للناس. It's a guidance to mankind. So it is your job and my job to sell this product of this deen. We need to sell this product of Ramadan. When we are at our best version, when people can see me as the best individual, most generous, most smiling, most accommodating, less controversial, less argumentative. People need to see us when we are like that. Do not keep Islam to ourselves. Don't hijack Ramadan and keep it in your apartment. Don't hijack Ramadan and keep it in your bedroom and your living room. Present it. You and I have a job. Right? Man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah. Who is better in speech than the one who calls to Allah? And you don't have to do this by calling directly. You can do that indirectly. So in as much as we have khalwa with Allah, right? One-on-one loneliness with Allah, seclusion with Allah, in our time, in our night, in our qiyam, we must sell this version. We have to be the best salesman. We have to be the best salesperson. You're a taxi driver, your life changed. Let that person see the best version of this taxi driver. You're a computer wizard. Let them see the best version of that at your job. You are on a Zoom call with your coworkers. There must be something represent who you are in Ramadan. There is a change. And let that change not be hidden. Let them know that change. Don't let them know that you're fasting and you look tired and you look haggard and you just waiting to have food. No. Have that energy. Have that strength and sell Islam in a positive light to your co-workers, to your neighbors, to the people you come in contact with. A lot of us sometimes, we are afraid to tell people that we are fasting. And you will be so surprised when you tell them that you're fasting. They know. They already had interaction with people who fast. And they know what it is like. I said, yeah, I heard about that before. I had a nanny who from Uzbekistan. She was fasting. I know what it is all about. Have a conversation. Don't keep your Islam, don't keep your Ramadan secretly. You have a responsibility, I have a responsibility. And this is the time you have to sell that version, the best version of yourself, so that people can see you when you are at your best. Inshallah. May Allah accept from us. May Allah cause people to see the best of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us that we can deliver this message to them, indirectly, not even a speech to them, but in our action, in our character, in our transaction. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.